Bucaramanga no es solo la ciudad bonita de Colombia. Sorpréndete. Bucaramanga es ciudad de la inversión. Bucaramanga es humana y ambiental. Bucaramanga es culta y educada. Bucaramanga te enamora. Un sueño hecho realidad. Bucaramanga, una experiencia que tienes que vivir.
Good afternoon. I talk about Guillermo Sorzano Park, also called Sampio Park because near to here we have the Sampio Church. This was a space donated by Pujana family to make this park and then inaugurated on 20 July 1964. La Mujer de Pie Desnuda is a sculpture made by Fernando Botero Angulo. It's exhibited here in Bucaramanga on December 2010. Exercise area. This space created for locals and visitors here because you can doing the exercise. Mercagan Parrilla. Here you can find a principal restaurant from Bucaramanga City. In the certain from the park, you can find a public library where you can read books and search maybe specific information. This is the children area. Park, you can find the seats to share with the people, with the family, with a couple at night. In everything park, you can have access to Wi-Fi and sitting here on the green area for sharing maybe with the couple or with friends. This corner on the 35th Street, you can find the parking for your car or motorbike. This is a sport area where you can play soccer or basketball. Every weekend, local people come here to this park to buy products of the farms.
Hello everyone, today we are in the Palmas Park. This park is located in the Carrera 29, number 44 with 14, Bucaramanga, Santander, near the San Pius Park. Years, the Palmas Park became a meeting point for everyone in Bucaramanga. It is considered a commercial, residential and a cultural emporium. This park is surrounded by bars, restaurants, banks and business centers. This monument was constructed in honor to the General José San Martín, and it was made of bronze by Carlos Gómez Castro in 1978. This sculpture is called Penguin. It was made by John Castle in the 20th century, and it was made of the stainless steel. The Palmas Park contains 18 benches, 11 trash baskets, 18 headlights, and 30 types of palms and different species and sizes. Now, I'm going to talk about 5 types of palms. This is the Bismarck palm. It gives a warm tone to this beautiful place. It can reach up to 25 meters. One is the sagu palm or fish-tail palm. This palm is characterized for its flowered style. It can reach up to 15 to 20 meters. This is the pacaya palm. It is characterized for its short stature. It can reach up to 1 meter. This is the viajera palm, adorn the park for his beautiful form of fan. Finally, we can find the royal palm. This is original from Cuba and it can reach up to 60 feet. Finally, I want to give you a recommendation. If you want to come to the Palmas Park, I will recommend that you come in December because this park is illuminated with beautiful lights for Christmas time.
Hello everyone, today I'm at Cigarres Park, which is located at the Ciudadela Real de Minas, in the most beautiful Colombia city, Bucaramanga. This area was an airport called Gómez Niño that worked approximately 25 years. As soon as the city was growing and there were multiple accidents due to the location. Its time was continued to operate until 1974, when the current Palo Negro International Airport was built at the village of Palo Negro in the municipality of Lebrija. So, the local government created a housing project with proportional green areas, in which in 1986 the Cigarres Park was built not only for the Project 1. The main reason was the visit of the Pope John Paul II to the city. The design and construction of the park was the responsibility of the architect Claudia Rondon, who was in charge of putting the park in 45 days. The park should be able to receive more than 80,000 people when Pope John Paul II stepped on the Santanderian land. Inside of the park, all the ways lead to the center of it. They are similar to a Maya calendar. It was built with the aim of being a family meeting place, a perfect place to breathe in fresh air and rest. Currently, during the week, businessmen, families and students from surroundings come here to share experience, conversation, practicing sports, among others. At the weekends, you could find activities such as a theater, dance, and games for children. In one side of the park, we can also find a monument called Molino, which is approximately 5 meters high. In front of it, there are a satellite library, Jorge Valderrama Restrepo, in which there are different cultural activities and reading workshops from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., Tuesday to Saturday. Finally, I am located at the sculpture that was built in tribute to Pope John Paul II, in the place where he met with Bucaramanga's pilgrims on May 31st on 1986. This sculpture has 13 meters high, was carried out by the architect Augusto Rojas Valenzuela, composed of a cross, a globe, and an anemometer. You can find it at the sector of Real de Minas, close to the Nuestra Señora de Torcoromas Church.
This is the most important park in Bucaramanga. This park is the best option to go out with your family and have a good time. Many families come here to practice some sport like tennis, soccer, basketball, parkour, and others. Here, you can find children, younger and others having fun. Also, in this park are located some sculptures and monuments of great importance. One of the most important monuments is Galán Comunero. This man was the leader of communal revolution, who was captured, murdered, and dismembered. Then, his members were exposed and symbol of punishment in the population of Santander. This monument was inaugurated on October 12, 1949, and the artist in charge was Carlos Julio Castro, who designed in the city of Lima, Peru. Another emblematic monument is El Clavijero del Tiple, which seeks to pay tribute to an instrumental characteristic of Colombian folklore and his farmers. The idea was born from a contest carried out by the newspaper Vanguardia, in which 16 different purples were present, with Mr. Guillermo Espinosa from the municipality of Piedecuesta as a winner. This monument has 8 meters high, 5 meters wide, and 70 centimeters deep, and was inaugurated on September 22, 1987. Finally, you can find the most impressive monument because behind this sculpture there is a dark history. It was built to remember the 19 merchants who in October 1987 were dismembered by paramilitares from Puerto Boyacá. Around the park you can find the library, a church, typical food restaurant, the university hospital and others. Actually, some areas of the park are being remodeled.
Freedom Park, Piedecuesta. Piedecuesta is a Santander town located in Bucaramanga, which brings a lot of tourists to the region. The central part of Piedecuesta is surrounded by commercial premise. This is a very commercial place. In front of the park we can find the San Francisco Xavier's Church. Next to the church we can find the Municipal Palace, which is a very historic place here in Piedecuesta. It means so much for the people to know about the culture and the history of our place. In the middle of the park, there is a platform of presentations which is very used in cultural events and when the fair of the towns are taking place. The park is filled with commercial shelves that offer craft and typical food, has been the scene of several national music artists and artists. The platform or stage is not as old as the park in which it is located, but its construction have served very well to the community. In the center of the park we can also find a water source with many pigeons that live in this park are benefit from. It is a park that is much loved by the locals because it's a safe place with a diversity of culture and gastronomy. Come and visit it, don't be afraid to know.
Hello everyone, my name is Francis Muñoz and today we are in the Santander Park.
Santander Park is a historic place who dating back to 1925, year it was officially inaugurated. We can find the statue of the General Santander, which is one of the most important elements in the park and can be found in the center zone. Located between calles 36 by 35, around the carreras 19 and 20, it is one of the most outstanding parks for the leisure of the citizens and tourists. It's a park that presents a series of trails so one can take a walk, sit down, and also admire the natural environment in which the visitors find themselves in. It includes 22 benches from 8 to 12 chaichaniers who are found working around the park, and 3 booths. Its neighboring are the Bucarica, who was one of the first modern hotels in the city, and now is part of the facilities of the Universidad Industrial de Santander. We can also find the International Hotel La Tiada, which have 4 stars and includes business office. Look at this. There are a boutique style. El Club de Comercio is an iconic place in the city. Usually, the healthy people come here. Currently functions as an event and hall meeting.
Bucaramanga, señora de las cigarras, que tienes mujeres bellas, esbeltas como tus palmas, de piel color de tabaco, y ojos de cielo se calma. Ay caramba, ay carambita, ay, 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 caray, caramba.
Lastly, la Catedral de la Sagrada Familia in front of the Santander Park was finished construction in 1887. This temple is recognized for its white towers and green and yellow dome because it's predominant in the flag of the city. You are invited to know this place and know more about the history of Bucaramanga. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you soon. Bucaramanga, locos!
Así alguna vez ustedes lo olvidaron, debería cantar.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrea Peña, and today I am in Bolivar Park to tell you a little about this green space. Bolivar Park is located at District 29, number 22, which is in Bucaramanga, Santander. Despite its beautiful and one of Bucaramanga's most representative attractions, signing pay tribute to the liberator Simón Bolívar. Who was Simón Bolívar? Simón Bolívar was born in Caracas, Venezuela in 1783 and died in Santa Marta in 1830. He was a military man and a political president of Venezuela, creator of the Republic of Great Colombia and dictator of Peru. He became from 1830 the maximum condition of the revolution that culminated with the emancipation of South America. In front of the Spanish colonial power, is what now like the liberator. This sculpture that can be seen is cast in bronze and evaluated for 400 million pesos. It is a symbol monument made up of 2 figures. The male figure represented Bolivar and the female figure is standing his muse. The author of this work is Carlos Gomez Castro, born in Bucaramanga 1928. Dressed in civilian clothes and sitting on the president podium. He was escorted by a woman who symbolized the homeland, right hand the swords or freedom, and on the left carries the sacred fire. The monument was inaugurated on July 24, 1950. Close to this park, we can also find the Colombo Americano Center, which is a now provide cultural institution for teachers the English language. They are a program for children, young people, and adults. This place openly Hello everyone, my name is Valentina Muca and I am a student tourism. Here I present the park Los Leones. It is located at the top of Jerez between the Carrera 39 with the Street 4. Its inauguration was the April 27, 1990. Its construction began at the beginning of 1989, led by architect Gilberto Camargo. The lion's name was given because its construction was giving thanks to the money of the municipality and the Lions Club. This property because the reason which was donated was so that there would be a park. This lair has several recreational areas such as an outdoor green, football courts, and baseball, where people in this sector go out to do sport and recreate. Also, this behind is park the tallest building in the city. The building name is Majestic. In this park are many activities in family and friends, also walk the pets. It's important that when visiting Bucaramanga, come to this
Hello,
park.
my name is Alexandra Forero, and today I will give you a small tour to the Park La Vereda de San Francisco. I hope you enjoy it. This park is located in the Carrera 21, number 20 with 22. What we all know as Parque San Francisco in reality is not called like that. The place has the name of conservative politician José Camacho Carreño. The story tells that on June 21, in 1940, 70 years ago, this parliamentarian threw himself into the sea in Puerto Colombia to rescue a girl who was drowned. Unluckily, he fell and his attempt and died a prisoner of the dangerous tide. This roundabout is a very busy place in the city that connects the main diagonals. The most important is the Boulevard Bolívar, a diagonal that is born in the park and ends in Carrera 27 in Quebrada Seca. After the tragedy, the master Oscar Rodriguez Naranjo set out to carve with his own hands a bust in homage to the hero. 13 years later, on May 4, in 1953, all Bucaramanga gathered around the sculpture and the christening of the place. Today, when 57 years have passed since the local events, this park seems to have the same fate as the person who inspired its name. The San Francisco is drowning in the midst of official neglect and lack of visibility. Inside this park, we can find a public gym so that people in general can come to exercise and rest under the shade of its leafy trees. These movable goods located in the public space of the city of Bucaramanga acquire historical and cultural values since they are the artistic representation of historical and social events throughout the 20th century, as well as the iconographic representation of the historical figures of the city, independence era of our country in the early 19th century. Likewise are the manifestation in artistic works of the great people who were part of the political, economic, cultural life of the city and the region during the 20th century. Also has a network of the National Police, its surroundings, the street of fashion, footwear stores, and university of the city such Santo Tomás. In the park, we can also find the sculpture of José Camacho Carreño. Has its value placed in the historical and cultural environment that surrounded the person represented. His broad and significant projection in the field of the Colombian intellectuality. In the site and place that is currently facing west towards the hills of Palo Negro, giving back to the Church of San Francisco. In 2017, the park joined the famous Green Revolution, a program in the hands of the mayor and citizens that aims to return the sense of ownership to people about our public spaces. During the last months, have installed meadow, they have done maintenance and have improved many parks. That's why we must take care of our parks. In this way, we could enjoy them in the future. Well, that's it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it with me. See you in the next occasion. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, welcome to La Flores Park. It's located in Carrera 45 and in Calle 56, between La Floresta and Terrazas neighborhood. It limits with the old road to Florida Blanca, behind La Presentación School. It has among 10.5 hectares. Let's get to know it. This park is recognized as the Land of Bucaramanga. It's a magical place dedicated to preserve nature, where nature lovers can walk or trot along the trail that runs throughout the park and find squirrels playing in the trees. A few years ago, there were spaces to play mini golf, like this. This is the principal monument, called a Paso del Común. Finally, at the end of the road, you can find fruit salads, natural juices, salpicón that you can enjoy with your family and friends. It's available for the public from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you come to Bucaramanga, don't forget to visit this wonderful place.
Eloy Valenzuela Botanic Garden. The Botanic Garden is located on Bucarica Avenue in the municipality of Florida Blanca in the department of Santander. It was inaugurated in 1982 but opened to the public in 1990. It's considered a green lawn and a place detoxification for the city throughout in the green area it has. The vision that the Botanic Garden has is to consolidate itself as the first scientific research center of the native flora of the department of Santander. This garden has 7.5 hectares, being the only in the Eastern Colombia located in Florida Blanca. But why is it called Eloy Valenzuela? Who was this man? Well, Fray Juan Eloy Valenzuela was a botanist born in Girón. He and José Celestino Mutis were in charge of carrying out the botanic expedition in La Nueva Granada in 1783, and in honor of his man, the garden bear his name. It was founded according to the La 13 and by the Far Paragüitas beautiful native forest collection artists on the design space to exhibit the regional flora of Santander. The garden is responsible for the situ conservation, collection of ornamental plants, 50 types of arches, collection of the zingiberales like heliconias, musas, bijaus, caleteos, cane of the emperor, collection of the Chicamocha canyons such as the potbelly, ceiba, and Indian cacao, collection of fruit trees such as the jagua, mamey, madroños, mangoes, collection of the plant in danger of extinction, and the fauna such as the squirrel, sludge, ducks, and many more that you have to come visit. The Botanic is recognized as a research center in the Flora Resource and one of main tourist sites of the Bucaramanga metropolitan area. The CDMP contributes the support the park with an environmental education group to sensitize and educate the school and citizens about the conservation and sustainable use of natural resources. Throughout this beautiful garden also plays a river called River. Behind this spectacular garden, we can find the Paragüitas Museum that is in charge of conserving 860 archaeological guano pies. You are invited, you know this place that Florida Blanca has to surprise you.
Hello friends, we are in Romero's Park. It's located in Carreras 44 and 45 and in calles 12 and 13. Its construction was finished in 1897 and its name is in honor of the Prince Francisco Romero. I invite you to know it. Let's go! organized as a flowers park. Here, you can find floral arrangements for your special occasions or to decorate the graves or the central cemetery that is right in front. It services the public from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. This is the Central Monument, a obelisk called a los Sembradores del Bien. It was put here in 1910 in commemoration of 100 independence of Colombia. It has a height of 5.30 meters height and 70 centimeters wide, with pedestal. Also has a soccer field, a gym, and a children's park. Around the park, you can find the fire station, San Juan de Dios Hospital, and the Departmental Secretariat of Health.
Hi guys, my name is Manu. I am a student of the program Sustainable Tourism, and today I'm talking about Garcia Rovira Park. Follow me. This park preserves the memory of General Custodio Garcia Rovira. He was a hero of the independence, and this space is essential for the inhabitants of Bucaramanga. It's located in the center of the city, more specific in the street 35, number 1043. It's surrounded by emblematic places, such as the Government of Santander. Other place is San Laureano Church. You can see Luis Carlos Galán Square. And also the Dolores Chapel. It was inaugurated on 20 January in the middle of the civic party in 1890. This park has a police station, also many benches to sit and rest. Also many dogs, play area for children. Sometimes you can see the wonderful shows for the elders playing chess. These monuments commemorate the memory of historian General Garcia Rovira. It's approximately 10 meters tall, and his bed text is approximately 2 meters wide. In December, the mayor office of Bucaramanga illuminates this park with 1,000 lights that capture the attention of tourists.